Our next speaker, Donnie Wirtshafter, is just one of the pioneers of industrial hemp in America. He's an attorney, he's a businessman, a philanthropist, and he's a long-standing Seattle Hempfest core member. Give it up to my brother, Donnie Wirtshafter.
Thank you, Seattle. Hey, welcome to the house of Jack Bill. We would not be here, Hempfest would not be here, were it not for Jack Herrera. Is that right? Yeah. We owe it to Jack to do something about this prohibition. So I want to tell you a story about a case that's going on here in Washington. People haven't read about this in your newspapers yet, but listen to how ridiculous the drug war gets. While you sit here comfortable in Seattle, knowing that our energy passed an initiative that keeps the cops off our backs and out of our pockets, the rest of Washington, the rest of America suffers. So it isn't just winning an initiative in Seattle that's going to get this gorilla off our backs. It's stopping this whole damn drug war, freeing our friends in jail, and starting over again with tax and regulator, whatever you want to come up with. Just let's stop this present chaos. Okay, so listen to this and how bad the DEA gets in this crazy state of ours in Washington. And if you work for the DEA and you're sitting here in your tie-dyes today, I want you to listen up extra hard because this is about you, okay? So we got a normal couple in Washington. The woman is really sick. She had polio as a child, has blown up from that, 400 pounds, gets surgery goes bad, and she spends a month on the operating table just to save her life. They had her in a coma for a month just to save her. She has no stomach anymore from this, right? She's had a crazy diet where she has to eat papaya all day long to stay alive. They're up there by the Canadian border in the middle of nowhere. How do you get papaya? They built a greenhouse and filled the greenhouse with papaya plants. And 2 years later, they got their sustenance in papayas coming out of their greenhouse. And the DEA gets wind of their son growing pot in an adjoining place. And the DEA comes up in the middle of the night with boats up the river, sneaks on their farm with ninjas, guys in black hoods. I mean, this is how people get killed around here. And they sneak on the farm trying to find the marijuana and can't find it, but oh, there's a greenhouse, okay? So they come back the next day and that was what they call a sneak and peek, okay? And then their technique was to do a knock and talk. Where they come up and knock on your front door, oh, hi, we're just looking for somebody. And they look around and whatever. So they do the knock and talk and they say, oh, we can smell marijuana. Now, these are licensed Washington patients, and that's not easy to be, right? These are licensed Washington patients, but this is our federal government at work. So they go to the judge, so they don't say anything to the judge about, hey, we smelled marijuana at a licensed Washington patient's house. They say we smelled marijuana, and that was their probable cause to come in with helicopters and 14 agencies, 100 and some officers to arrest this couple. And their 31 plants that they were illegally growing under Washington law. But that's not the tragic part. The DEA comes in the greenhouse all expecting to see a room full of marijuana and find a room full of papayas. And what does the DEA do with that room full of papayas? What they're taught to do, machete them down and carry them away. So all this work to keep this woman alive is wasted by these guys tearing down these papayas that take 2 years to produce, And so this has gotten really crazy, this case. The husband went to court, federal court, had a jury trial where this is all going on, but because of the way the federal government is schizophrenic about medical marijuana, the judge orders that he can't say anything about medical marijuana in the trial. And he says, but wait a minute, it wasn't mine, it was my wife's. And she's not being charged, of course. She's so sick, they can't charge her. If the jury saw how sick she was, they would let her go. She got ordered to come to court without her wheelchair, because she wasn't allowed to look sick in front of the jury. We couldn't mention medical. They couldn't mention the fact that on the wall of the grow is all her medical paperwork and her saying, "This is mine, I'm responsible." The husband being charged with this crime couldn't even say, "It's my wife's." That's how crazy this trial is. So now their farm is up for forfeiture. They're going to have to go through all these steps of appeal. He lost his job, on and on and on. It's just been from a family that was surviving. They're going to kill these people. And this is our government, okay? So, I want you to all think about the hemp and what it can do for us, but I want you to think about all these people that we need to go to the aid and help. There's a lot of people out there, and just because we're comfortable here and after years of work, we can be comfortable toking on this grass without having the cops come in and grab us. Thank you, cops. Thank you, everybody, for being so kind that we won this victory here. We have to spread this victory across the country. So help all these groups you see at these booths. Go buy your hemp clothes. Join something, do something about it, because we are in a heap of trouble. These guys are not letting go very easily. Thank you.